Positive discipline, from my perspective, has been pretty much a godsend for managing student behavior in our school. For a number of years, the teachers and staff were looking for the one right discipline management system that we could have success with.
Overall, I think positive discipline is definitely an effective way for classroom management. I think that it enhances independent thinking in children. Instead of always going to an adult to make a decision, the children are learning at an early age how to make decisions for themselves.
After using positive discipline in my classroom for several months, I found that my students were beginning to come up to me during the day and tell me with great pride that they had solved a problem on their own and they didn't need to write it on the agenda.
Well, it's paying off in my classroom right now because we get much more done in our classroom. We work much better together.
I have never seen a child yet that hasn't come and improved, come to be better because of positive discipline.
The concept of positive discipline is to promote thinking skills, problem-solving skills, and mutual respect. And when we think of how are we going to use this, we take the time to teach these to the children, and it's just as important as teaching science, math, and all the academic subjects that we need to teach.
I think it's had a profound impact because I've seen my the majority of my class make changes as far as working together, being sensitive toward each other, caring about each other, and just more respect, just a different attitude, more positive toward each other.
Positive discipline is built on the Adlerian theory of student behavior, and this particular program was written by Jane Nelson out of California. And I had the opportunity to meet Jane and am currently personal friends with her after sharing so many successes that our school has had with this program.
Well, I read Jane Nelson's book several years ago, and while I thought it was a wonderful idea for the home, I really didn't see how it would be useful in the school. I thought we're so used to having punishment for bad behavior. A child's name is written on the board and everything was geared in that direction that I thought it's a great idea, I just can't see it. But when my children started coming home talking about how they were learning how to work out their own problems, how they were learning how to give each other compliments and how to find good things about each other. And I saw it in practice in my son's first grade class, well actually in kindergarten last year. And I was in there working in the classroom and I saw someone get a little bit out of line, and one of the other children went over and said, you know, that's one of our rules. We don't act like that in here. And I talked to the teacher later and I said, what's going on? And she said, you know, they have taken a lot of our problems away from us because they're monitoring their own behavior and they're learning to be responsible.
One of the reasons that I felt a new discipline management system was needed, and in our particular school setting, is typically there had been 3 times of the year when teachers would express a need for a new discipline management system because they say, oh, these kids are wild, we don't know what to do. Those times were prior to the Christmas holiday season, prior to spring break, and prior to the end of the year. These are times when kids' energy levels are high, and the discipline management systems that they had used in their classes, they felt that they weren't working. And the closer you got to these crucial points, the activity level would be higher. Teachers felt like, we've got to do something. So we began to look for one discipline management system that we could all buy into that would promote the beliefs that we have about children.